Are we live?
Hello and welcome to the Bus Factor.
Are we live? Do you like how we just did this and we were joking about how we thought we were live, but then we realized no one could actually hear us
Why could no one hear us, you?
because I
Was
forgot
it-
to switch to the proper scene.
Yeah, we've all been there. Hang on, let me just double check we're actually live this time.
Nah, I'm pretty sure we are now.
Yeah, we're recording. We're on the right scene. Yeah, okay.
Welcome, everyone.
Welcome to the Bus Factor, the most professional bus podcast on the entire internet.
The only.
No way. No way.
I actually told some people we ran a podcast about buses.
What'd they
in-
say?
In the premise. Well, I'll
Oh,
actually
you can
get-
also see reflection of people in the office. So maybe let's just get rid of that. So here we
Yeah,
are. Isn't
that's
that nice now?
Yeah, I'll get to that because that's actually one of the stories.
Okay. Hang on. Let me just also check. Do you want to bring the chat up and everything? Oh, you already got it up.
Yeah, mate.
Oh, what a good boy! He's fucking onto it today.
I even tweeted.
I also just want to write something on the board that I don't want to forget. So, talk about something interesting for a sec. Could take a news story maybe. Or you could just banter, or just play on your phone. Yeah, fuck it, just play on your phone. It's not like we're doing anything else at this moment. Fuck it, just go ahead.
Yeah, so I'm currently playing on my phone. Nah, I'm not actually. I'm just reading some stuff. Yeah, so Stephen is currently writing some news because he was not prepared. He's coming back. He's going to rebut that. He's going to wait for it. He's about 5 minutes
Did you
away.
pick-
Oh, no, he's here now.
Did you pick a news story yet?
Am I picking a news story? I thought we were doing banter.
Oh, we can banter. We
Way
can banter.
too early.
Oh,
to-
fine. We can ban. It's just
Whew.
I thought you were playing on your phone. I thought you were playing on your because it looked like to me you were playing on your phone.
Nah,
so
mate.
okay, I know you were, but it's okay.
Nah, I wasn't.
It's fine. It's fine.
You're just making shit up.
Are we still counting cyclists? Oh, you know what we could do?
Yep.
We could count the number of scooters we see as well.
Oh, yeah?
We might just point them out for now. Also, look, someone's running to catch the bus. Someone's like, oh shit, my
Oh,
bus is there.
look at them
They're
go.
not running fast enough. Look at them.
Oh, that is not how you run.
That is not.
Why?
That is a run that says, I want to catch the bus. I want to, but I don't want to look like an idiot by running too fast.
Well, they
I'm
look
gonna
like
jog.
an idiot.
I'm just gonna jog. I'm gonna jog.
They look really awkward.
I know, right? But sometimes you don't want to run too fast. I know how it is. Like when you, honestly, if I go to a bus and it's like ahead of me by even a little bit, I'm just like, I'm not fucking running. I will wait for the next bus. It'll give me 20 minutes. I'm not gonna run to the next bus.
In which city is it 20 minutes? Because it's not Wellington.
Yeah, sometimes it is. Remember, I live on the most popular route, pretty much.
Yeah, but it's also cancelled quite a lot, isn't it?
No, not my one.
Right,
I've never. Oh, it does get cancelled very occasionally, but
Yeah.
it's normally
Sometimes my wait might be 2 hours.
2 hours. I have lived up where you lived before.
Yeah.
In fact, I think I used to live in a worse place because you have two buses.
This is just the regular one to Brooklyn.
Yeah, so
Sometimes that is 2 hours delayed.
yeah. I used to live in a worse place. I can't imagine how bad it would be.
Yeah,
now.
because you used to live like further up. Yeah, didn't you?
yeah, on like the real back street.
I mean, you can walk up the hill, but
Kariba Street doesn't even have footpaths. So
Yeah.
I would walk home and like it'd be storm and I'd be like, if a car comes, I'm gonna die. I will
it's
just
got
die.
a footpath.
on
On
the-
that extra bit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Fuck, I do running on that, and it's a bus route as well.
I
I'm
know,
like,
right? The bus
Jesus.
goes that way.
Yeah.
And it's like, if a car comes, bus comes, like, I just hope they see me. And there's like such sharp blind corners as well.
Yeah, I've seen a bus drive into a cliff there. and, like, graze the side of the cliff.
Just graze the side of the cliff. I used to think I was going to die every morning. Every morning I'd be like, this is it. We're going to do it. We
Yeah.
only got stuck once, I think. I only remember getting stuck once.
Yeah. See ya.
Oh, yeah, just-
not see
Who were you saying that?
your fans.
Were you just
not-
saying goodbye to everyone at the bus factory?
Yeah, goodbye.
Oh, he turned his microphone off. It makes me think of Susie Kato with her, like, her goodbye song. See you later. It's time to say goodbye. Something. So I can't remember how it goes exactly.
Oh man, I read like on the spin-off they did like a news article.
Oh, is it a
like,
scooter? That's a fucking scooter. Scooter boy right there. He's scooting. He's
oh, yeah?
scooting.
Is it electric though? He was
I don't
pushing
know.
it.
Well, the limes you have to push initially, right? And then
Yeah,
You can,
we don't have limes here though.
yeah. We also
um,
can only see half the road, so it doesn't really tell us.
Yeah, they did like a history of the gunge and what now.
Oh, yeah. History of the guns. Yeah.
they
I
were
do
trying to
remember.
work out like who invented it and like who like
Oh wow.
yeah, they went into it.
pretty
had, like,
old,
the
right?
recipe
Yeah.
and shit. Because
Gunge
the
also.
recipe now is a lot different.
Oh, really?
Apparently, nah.
Oh, pretty close.
Yeah, it's quite expensive. The old stuff.
Fair enough.
So they
what was it made out of? Or like what? Give us a
They
piece.
don't know.
Well, how do they know it was expensive?
Props boy, you remember?
Yeah, Props
boy?
Boy with the hat. Yeah. Supposedly-
He mixed it and he was like, "Oh, that is way too expensive." So
What?
we had a fake one that we would send out to people, or like if kids wanted some, they would like give them the fake stuff.
Oh wow.
And now the current stuff is that fake stuff.
Oh
That's what
yeah, boy. Yeah, because they used to pour it over people, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they still do. Apparently,
Oh, wow.
apparently it is still a show and it
Yeah, I'm
still
surprised.
happens.
I just don't watch.
one of
I
my
don't even own a
one of my
TV.
mates got gunged.
Oh really?
Yeah, I didn't know. I'm like, holy shit, you're famous.
Yeah, I mean sometimes I'll gunge my girlfriend when she's not paying attention.
Jesus.
What?
Speaking of, one of the descriptions that, because they asked like a bunch of then kids, now adults,
Mm-hmm.
like what gunge was like.
Yeah.
One of them described it as a kind of green semen, just cold and slimy and thick and yeah.
Did it taste salty?
I don't think
'Cause
there
they would
was
tell you
any
a lot-
mention of the taste, but
Because
yeah.
it looks like it does kind of. You would get a little bit in your mouth, or
Yeah,
you
maybe.
would be able to. I
Most
guess.
people just commented that it was cold.
Cold. Yeah, I
Like,
have heard that.
so cold.
I think even on the show. That,
Easy.
double decker, more like double red light runner.
No, it was only a single
Shit.
red runner.
That was a
You,
red
you
double
need to
decker.
work on that, man.
Yeah, fucking I know. I need like a big list of one-liners I can use. White bus goes through. What a white red light runner. White red light. It rhymes. Bus is white, runs the red light. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I'm just talking to our reporter on the street.
Gotcha. I do know, like, even
Do you
on
remember
the
that
show.
time that people thought that we were just making up the reporter on the street?
Who thought that?
People. Someone in the chat. I can't remember. who.
Someone in the chat. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised. It does seem like we make up a bunch of stuff.
I can't even remember when we started saying reporter on the street.
Well, when our reporter on the street started,
No, 'cause
Question,
she was on the show
blue
before.
light? or blue
Blue
reflection.
sign, yeah.
Because she was what? Sorry.
She was on the show before she was the reporter on the street, I think.
Yeah, she was. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
so
she didn't send news stories for a while.
no, I guess like once she started sending
Reporting on the
stories.
street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, she was good. Oh, you've
Didn't
reordered.
someone also think you were dating her for a while?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of our co-workers thought
Was-
she was my wife and, was
then-
super
and then
confused when I bought my wife to the Christmas party.
And it was like, I didn't want to say anything because I thought if he is with multiple women, that's going to be real awkward.
Yeah.
That's
No,
so
that's-
good.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Okay, we got 3 already. Should we guess how many we think? Well, okay, hang on. I've got a data point here. So we've got 3 so far.
Yep.
But we know that between the hours of
Oh,
5 a.m.
We don't
and
know.
9
We
a.m..
don't know yet. That's the first story, mate.
between the hours of 5 a.m. and 9 a.m.
My guess is going to be
We have
3 for this week, entire week.
3 for the week, yeah. I happen to know that only 3 cyclists went through a green light. That's fine. I'm sorry.
Oh, no.
Oh!
No, no. No, he's over. He's over.
He's over. The bus wasn't, though.
Oh, right. I didn't even
You
notice.
didn't notice the bus. Because that's why he was waiting, is because he wanted to go round the buses that were stopped.
Yeah.
Okay. but
This is revision 2, actually.
Yeah, that's why I said I think revision 1 might have been different. Okay, hear me out. It's possible because if you look at the change log, hang
Oh,
on,
yeah.
we're gonna talk about what we're looking at
Yeah.
now. But if you check the change log, we have a report in front of
Yes.
us.
The report is by some company, and the
You can probably
title
say the title. Yeah.
is Safety Assessment of Choose Lane Pedestrian Crossing. The report was prepared for the Wellington Regional Council.
Revision 2.
It's revision 2.
And here's this. The description for the changes between revision 1 and revision 2 is
Client
client review.
review.
which means you send the report to the client. The client says, nah, we're going to need some changes before this becomes public.
Yeah.
Right? Because, like, I'm not saying that it is that they definitely did something wrong. I'm saying
I don't know.
if we put in our report something like, "Oh, that person's running way fast," yeah, that's how you run. That's how you run.
Oh, I just missed it.
Sorry, someone's running real fast. If someone said to us like, "Hey, can you change a bunch of things in this report?" Like,
we say no.
it depends. We have said no, yeah, but yeah, it could be.
Well, the
innocuous.
contents only has that number of instances, so they
Oh, yeah,
haven't
yeah.
removed it from there. 'cause
There's like a bunch
we've
of other
done that
things on here.
sometimes.
Like the file name has the entire path on the file system.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know if that's super useful for a person to see, but sure, whatever. Okay, well, do you want to give a little? So this is the first story in the bus lane,
Yeah.
and we should clarify this is OIA. This is Lagoima.
Well,
Right.
it's
It could be retrieved through Lagoima.
yeah, it's interesting. They gave it freely to me.
Mhm.
They were
I
like,
bet they regret it.
yeah, yeah. I don't know. Their last email, did you see that?
Yeah, it was.
That-
It was. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
they were kind of like, oh yeah.
This was provided to us. Hence, we're pretty much not talking about anything that could be commercially sensitive. Like, if we think, oh, this might not be revealed under Lagoima, then we're probably not going to talk about it. But we are willing to talk about the content of the report because it's interesting.
Yeah.
So-
So we're not talking about who prepared the report.
Or yeah, anything we consider that they probably wouldn't want revealed, we're just not
Yeah.
going to do it.
Well, like we won't reveal stuff that like isn't really necessary. I
Yeah.
guess.
So give some.
Yeah. So this report, it is actually reasonably thorough. So they went through and they worked out. So they got fucking good cameras. Wish they would share them with us. Yeah, they got good cameras. Set them up on Willis Street here. So
That's
one.
literally the intersection we're looking at.
Yeah, so one looking the way we're looking, and one looking from the other way.
Hang on. I don't think that's quite right. I thought they were both looking the same way.
No. One was here above the
Oh yeah, that's right.
supermarket, and
yeah.
one was over there.
You're
by
right,
the
you're right.
Speed
But they
sign.
only analyzed one direction.
Yeah,
right?
they only analyzed one direction.
But they did have
Not sure
cameras
why.
looking in
Yeah.
both directions. Yeah.
Yeah, so they got cameras in both directions. They also did a bunch of research on stopping distances and
Oh my
for-
god, a bunch of research is an understatement, man. The one I'm looking at here, traffic light operation, it shows each of the different phases. It's got a sweet little graph of each of the different phases: red light, green light, pedestrian, flashing red, all red, amber, extension green variable, and it's got each of the lights and the crossover and the exact time between them. Like
It's pretty thorough.
it's got a lot of thoroughness to it in particular things. Typical stopping distances. I like how this is one of my favorite parts. It's got typical stopping distances. For example, at 20 miles per hour, we don't use that shit in New Zealand. Whatever, it's fine. Takes 12 meters to stop, or 40 feet.
Fuck,
Huh,
I
this
didn't
is
even
weird. 20
notice
miles
that.
per hour, 12 meters. Okay, whatever. But then this is on the intersection we're looking at. They go all the way up to 112 kilometers per hour.
yeah.
Like, I get some of the buses speed along here, but holy shit.
So the city council gave me some data because there was
Mhm.
those speed tube things. They're literally called speed tubes.
Oh,
Those two tubes that you
I
drive
call them
over.
like speed rope or something.
I don't know. They're called speed tubes.
Speed squeezy boys. Well, clarify what they are. Those are the
The-
things that you lay across the road with
Yeah.
two tubes
Two tubes,
and it
meter
measures
apart.
the
and
speed and
yeah.
number of vehicles.
Speed, number of vehicles, type of vehicle. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's about it.
I always used to think as a kid, well, those are going to fuck up if, because you know the ones that stretch across 2 lanes of road, right?
Yeah.
I was like, well, that's going to fuck up if 2 people go across at the exact same time in opposite directions and their wheels are perfectly lined up.
Yeah.
What a stupid way of doing it.
So apparently that does happen. So in
Oh,
this,
real?
there was like an anomaly. Well, I thought.
Yeah.
So at fucking 2 in the afternoon on a Sunday,
Yeah.
someone went through at fucking 90 something. And I'm like, damn, this is a 30 area.
You're like,
Like,
90.
where do you even get the speed?
Or did someone just like a glitch out between a
Yeah,
few
so
cars?
apparently if you have 2 cars coming opposite, it can kind of glitch.
Oh
out.
yeah, because they get
Yeah.
they'll be like, whoa, so fast.
Yeah. But yeah, anyway, on to this. So they talk about bus stopping distances and they're like, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so fucking human reaction time. So,
Oh my god. Oh
yeah,
this,
you've
this
got
was
2
ridiculous.
components. You got 2 components to stopping distance. You got the reaction time and then the actual braking time.
Yep.
And like you work it out. Human reaction time can range from 0.7 seconds to 3 seconds.
Yeah, okay. This is the most fucked up figure. Because first of all, we did a very quick test in the office. We can easily get way faster than 0.7
Yeah, how we do?
seconds.
Like tapped on the table and you.
It was around 0.4, and that was even not a scientific test, right?
Yeah.
I was actually watching a YouTube video where they talked about reaction times being in the range of kind of like 180
Yeah.
milliseconds.
Yeah, I think one of my mates at uni did study on like reaction times in video games, but
Yeah, like fighter jet pilots have insane quick.
yeah.
But believe me, 0.7 of a second. If it took you 0.7 of a second every time something happened to react to it, you'd be useless. and they're saying it
could
ranges
be
from
up to
on
3.
the low end 0.7 seconds to 3 seconds. Can
now,
you
I'll
imagine?
actually go back a page here. So the
It's the bus vector. Hey, Weeble Pepe.
the yellow light or
Yeah.
the amber light
Yeah.
is on for 3 seconds.
If you, I can't
So
imagine.
there is a possibility that they just don't see the yellow
They
light.
just don't see it. 3 seconds. Can you imagine that though? Someone punches you. Bam. 1, 2, 3. Oh shit, man, that hurt. You'd be like, what the fuck's wrong with you? You couldn't drive like that. If any bus driver had a reaction time of 3 seconds,
Oh,
they
man.
would kill
Our
every
second
passenger.
story will be funny on this.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one as well. Okay, so the report has a few errors, but we haven't even gotten to the part
Yeah.
that's like actually.
So they kind of like
Yeah.
did a
It-
couple of things, and they
With
decided
those mistakes, though, it's like who even cares? Like
Yeah.
clearly, this person who wrote this is a fucking idiot.
they
but-
decided that the stopping distance for a bus traveling at 30k an hour, which is the speed limit here, is about 25.5 meters, which it seems kind of
Sure, yeah,
about right. I don't
yeah.
know.
It's like who
So
even
for a car, it's 12 meters. I actually read it as 23 meters because I was just seeing 30, but it's actually the 20 miles per hour, so it's close to the 12 meters.
Yep.
But for a bus, it's about 25, and that's for a fully laden double-decker bus. So like they kind of looked it up.
It does seem reasonable once you take everything into account. It's just that the few statements in here, you're like, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could do all of that in 3 seconds, Pepe. That's right.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So can we see them? Yeah, we can see them.
Oh, red light. Fucking.
Oh yeah, that's easy. That's easy. So
Is it 1 or 2? Just 1.
the you know the dotted yellow lines for the bus stop.
The Dotto yellow. The what? Hang on. What do you mean?
The
Oh yeah. So
they
you can
are
see.
a meter. A meter for the mark and a meter for the space.
Are they actually?
I don't know. It kind of looks
Yeah, it
about
looks
a
pretty
meter.
close. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess so.
I mean, I saw it in this, and I'm like, damn, that.
The one problem is you see they've been painted over multiple times. So this is the dotted yellow red lines that you can actually see just by the bus only text down on the very bottom. So they say that they're 1 meter gap, 1 meter line. They've been painted over a few times, which makes it a bit
Yeah.
weird.
Oh,
but-
there's a scooter.
Oh yes, fucking yeah. So that's actually illegal in multiple ways. That's a bus only lane.
Only one way. It's only a bus only lane. You're allowed to ride them on the on the road.
You're not allowed to ride them on Willis Street. That's 2 ways it's legal.
Oh yeah, that. Yeah.
Like city council bylaw, whatever.
Fuck it, I
but
don't
still.
worry about that. But that's
Oh,
it.
fucking hooning it, mate.
Jesus.
He actually almost made it through because of how fast he was going. Do you reckon he was going 30?
I don't know. No, probably not. So I did actually. So I had a meeting with Metlink, and the guy that wrote this report was there. I wasn't quite as rude as Stephen was. I was actually quite polite, but I did ask him whether he took speed into account as well. But
Wait, hang on. Wait, say that again. I was distracted. Just Weeble Pepe. Yeah, the camera does look nice. So much better than our old one. Anyway, so what were we saying?
I had a meeting
You had a meeting with them. yeah.
with the guy that wrote this, but I wasn't as rude as you just were before.
Oh, when I said they're an idiot, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I actually like some of the statements in here seem quite bad, but like wrong.
Yeah.
But I guess that doesn't make them an idiot. It just means yeah.
We'll get to it. But yeah, I asked him like, oh, did you take into account speed and stuff? And he was like, oh, no, it's too hard, kind of. Which
Yeah, fair enough.
it is kind of hard to work out speed from a video.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the result. So they did some testing. So 1 week early May, they filmed from 6 to 9 a.m.
Yep. So AM is a weird decision because
They made a couple of weird decisions. I was told it was due to money and the regional council not wanting to spend too much taxpayer
why not just do 4 p.m. to 6 p.m.?
They just chose a time.
Yeah, but it feels like they specifically chose a time to make them look good.
Yeah.
Like, that's how it feels to me. Like, we know we get more buses running red lights in the evening than the morning. And we have that data. We've also shared that data with them. So for them to say, after we've shared the data with them, we're not going to do that one. That was another red light. It kind of comes across like that. But whatever, carry on.
Yeah. The other thing is, which I didn't notice at the time, they only analyzed northbound traffic, even though they had cameras that could see both north and south.
And that's another one of those things. You see it and you're like, they had all the data.
Yeah.
They could have just run the numbers. And like, let's say that they wanted to make themselves look good. Surely they would include it.
Yeah.
But they haven't included it.
Yeah.
Which makes me think they want to look good.
Most of mine were south.
Oh, really? And the ones you sent through, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, and you just picked a specific northbound one in the follow-up?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
But yeah, so in that they found a total of 1,610 buses.
Reasonable number. Hang on. Before
traveling
we go
in
on,
both directions.
What? So they counted in both directions? They cooked these numbers, dude.
It's so weird, eh?
Anyway, hang on. Before you carry on, I want to say something. Yeah. So this is a two-way street, and for some reason they only analyze traffic going one way.
Yeah.
2 ways. Now I will say, for all our listeners, anyone who's listening to this on the podcast, YouTube, after, live, whatnot, I want you to think, knowing what you know about the bus factor, and we did say less buses run red lights in the morning. What do you think would be a reasonable number for within a 6 to 9? What's that? 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. 3 hour period.
Oh my God.
I just need to count it up.
Do you want to go back to primary school?
A 3 hour period for, I think they did it for 7 days, right? Or 5 days.
7 days.
Oh, 7 days. Yes.
They missed one randomly.
Yeah.
So they did an extra day.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
So for a 7-day period, of which you were monitoring for 3 hours in the morning, I want every viewer to think how many buses would go through a red light during that time at this intersection, the same intersection you know and love. Yeah, it's not as good as the old one, but still fine.
Yep.
How many? So everyone has a number in their head. So carry on with who you are. I just wanted everyone to have a number at this point.
Right. So this report says the number is 3.
That's fucking insane.
In an entire
ridiculous.
week.
A week. That's not 3 a day. 3 a day. If they said 3 a day, I'd be like,
yeah, 3 a day is plausible.
3 a day is plausible. 3 a day is like, I think there probably is more than that.
Yeah.
But 3 a day, depending on how they're counting it, whatever. Sure, 3.
So they also didn't give me this report until I came in for this meeting to talk to the guy.
Yeah, so you have no context. You come to the
no
meeting
context.
and
I was like,
he's asking
3.
questions.
And I was like, I'll get back to you because I think there would be more than 3, but
yeah,
I don't know.
3,
if they gave me the dates beforehand, I would have been like, well, actually.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. So here's the thing. Oh, lucky viewers, guess what? We happen to have the You would have thought 0 until you discovered the bus factor. And now you know better. We're on Pepe. We happen to be running the AI for one of these 7 days. Not 7.
Two of them. Or
2, really?
Yeah, 1.5.
For the 1.5, yeah. So we happen to be running
2 of these
AI.
mornings. So
now I will clarify. Yeah, because it's true. We only run in the morning. We only get a small number of the red lights through the AI because it doesn't catch everything.
Yeah.
But we do get a number.
It didn't actually pick up these ones.
We went through our footage. We didn't pick up the one that they said ran through a red light, which means that we know for a fact it's more than what we counted. But Hugh, I'm curious. How many red lights did you see approximately?
Well, in the number, there was a 3.
In the number, there was a 3. Okay. Given it was one morning, I would say that's a 1-3.
Two mornings.
Oh, 2 mornings. 2 mornings. Okay,
it was a 3-7.
Oh, a 3-7.
Yeah, I think it was 37
Jesus.
was the number.
30. So in the time that they said 3 buses in a week, which was not contiguous. We got 37 in 2 mornings.
Yeah, but I mean, that said, Jesus, look at that guy rocking.
He stopped quickly. I don't think he followed his minimum stopping distance.
Yeah, that was.
Then again, he's not fully leading, is he? Look, the top's empty, so he's okay. Can you believe the difference? And the thing is, we have the footage. We have the
and
videos.
throughout this meeting, they were kind of like, now this report isn't, it's not aiming to say you're wrong. It's just trying to get a different view.
Different view,
Because we don't believe there's a systemic issue, and this report says that.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
And
that's
to be
cool.
fair, the report seems to indicate there's another red light runner.
Was that even poor? No, it was inside, but yeah, it was.
Yeah. Now, to be fair, to the credit of everyone, the report does seem to indicate there is not a systemic issue.
It does.
That's what the report indicates. Of course, we have proof that the report is bullshit.
Yeah. So I sent them an email because they were like, if you've got any follow-up questions, please let us know. So
just a little follow-up question.
Yeah, I sent through an email and I was like, thanks for the time that you gave me. Looking through our footage, sadly we only have 2 days. But
Can you imagine if they read that the sentence, motherfucker, these cunts had videos running for that period?
Yeah. And I was just like, I'm just wondering if you still have the footage available during this test. Would you be able to look at these following times? And I just list fucking
You
37.
listed like fucking 30 of them. Yeah, you might list all of them. Also, Pepe, the meeting was between Hugh and
MetLink and Regional Council
Regional.
and
the purpose of the meeting was to provide this report. The report title is Safety Assessment of Choose Lane Pedestrian Crossing. And it goes over a bunch of stuff. You can go back and listen to it. But yeah, that's what that was what the meeting was about. Yeah.
But yeah.
And so
Their response was just like, we understand that you have a different view to us and acknowledge that you are asking us to do further work.
Yeah, they're like, we'll think about it.
Yeah, and I'm like,
and they were saying like everyone's entitled to their own opinion, and it's like, this isn't really an opinion, man. This is like,
I was like, I think we're on the wrong page here. I'm just asking you. I'm not asking you to do like another report because that's just a fucking waste of money.
Yeah. Can you imagine how much this costs?
I know, right? I kind of want to ask.
It would have been, I reckon, maybe 7 days. Less than 100K, more than 50, I reckon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I thought. And so I was like, I'm not asking you to do another report. I'm just asking you, can you look at one, like just look at one, like this one here, gave a time.
Yeah. Can you
it's this route number.
And we're like, we don't really understand why it wasn't put in.
Yeah.
What's the reason?
And I would hope that if you see an instance here that isn't in the report, which it's not, it would spark your curiosity.
Yeah, because like if
to why it wasn't in the report.
If the reason is like, oh, that bus couldn't have stopped safely, then why does the report not have a section that says the lights are currently set up so that buses cannot stop safely?
Yeah.
Like just a one paragraph, safety of lights. In many instances, in 20 instances, in 30 instances, in 100 instances, buses went through red lights because they could not stop safely.
Yep, pretty much. I was like, okay, this is happening. But yeah, the rest of the report is just kind of saying...
Such a good camera quality.
Oh, I know, right?
Get a nice camera like that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we need... There was also, while it was light, they must have taken that at like 9, right? Because, did it have a timestamp on it?
Yeah, it did.
Because it was so light, right? Yeah, these ones are like earlier where it's still dark, 7:30, but like there was that particularly light one.
Oh, make me turn with...
Wasn't it back? Yeah.
No, I'll be forward.
Yeah, these are the ones I was talking about. Yeah, 9:05. Oh, 8:27, sorry. 8:30, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so anyway, that's our little piece of fun report. Oh, there's another one fucking... Yeah, boy.
Easy. It was an interesting little report. In response to my second email, which I'm like, I'm not asking you to do much. I'm asking you to look at fucking
There's one instance,
10 seconds.
Yeah.
Like just load up the video, go to that time, watch it.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh yeah, we could probably do that.
They were like, one guy's away, but we'll see if we can fit that in. Yeah.
Yeah.
We can see if we can fit that 10 seconds of work in.
Because I know if I do a Lagoima for that video, they'll be like, we can't release it due to privacy reasons.
Got bases in it, mate.
Yeah,
it's
got
bases. Which, fair enough. But
I would be happy if they just black out the fucking footpaths.
Yeah, like
and only show
literally
the
everything
road.
apart from the buses, yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Watch this space. I found it interesting.
Yeah, we had the report last week, but we didn't really want to talk about it. So one of the things is because it wasn't released under the Lagoima, we didn't like if we have goodwill with someone, especially like a council, that kind of thing. You don't want to burn that goodwill on just like, oh, look what the council gave us. Like,
Yeah.
Whereas in this case, like it's been discussed a bit, and we're kind of like, okay,
Yeah.
understand a bit
So
more
I mean,
about the report. And
the
everything.
council's been actually quite nice to me. They've brought me in to talk about this report, and they also brought me in for another meeting, which we'll talk about next.
Yeah, I also liked. Yeah, running really late. I also liked in your thing. You're like you. you
Wait,
know
are you saying we're already up to 10? But that's far more than 3.
well, it was a different time of day, to be fair. But yes, does seem a little bit out of place if only 3. If there's no systemic issue and we're up to 10 already.
I should just get them to watch this one episode.
We should invite one of them along. There was another scooter.
Yeah.
Double law.
I reckon they probably would. Like, because they seem to just not have they seem to think it never happens.
It's just weird though, because
And I've seen them videos, and like, I know they just don't watch the videos.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd love
We
to
can
get them on
invite
show.
one of the
'cause then we
reporters
can-
or something.
Then we
Bring a
can just like
reporter.
talk to them and be like, so what do you think about that red light? What about that?
Well, strictly speaking, I don't think he had enough time to stop, so it would be unfair to punish the driver for that.
Yeah, but take in, maybe the traffic light timing is off.
It's a complicated issue.
And
and we've referred
I've
it on.
mentioned that
I know,
so
I
many
know.
times to them.
Yeah, it's like we've given them the out.
They love shifting the blame as well. And I'm like, I'm giving you the cards to shift the blame to the city council.
Yeah, that's true, Lost Boy NZ. 10 is greater than 3. I'm trying to clap, but there's like, well, hang on. Yeah, those are rookie numbers. Pump up those numbers.
Anyway, do you want to?
Oh, I wanted to say, like, it was kind of funny that you, in one of your emails to them, you were like, I think you'll find that I've decreased my Lagoima requests lately. Don't fucking push me, motherfucker, or I'll increase it back up again.
Did you read that?
I read that. It was like a threat. It was like,
It wasn't a threat.
we've come to an understanding. You scratch
I
my
was
back,
kind of
I'll
like-
scratch yours. But if you fuck with me, I will start Lagoima.
So they had a meeting and they were like, we would like you to reduce the Lagoimas. We're not asking you to stop, but
Yeah.
if you reduce, we will be nice to you and like invite
Yeah.
you to these things.
I know.
And then I send back basically, this reporter's a fucking pile of shit and like it's not right.
Yeah, your first
and they're
email
just
was like a bit.
no. And I'm like, oh, sorry, I thought I've done something for you as you requested.
It comes across a little bit like a threat. Not a massive amount,
Yeah.
just a little bit.
Oh no, like it's interesting because they're not allowed to tell me no.
Well,
Like, well, they can, but like,
yeah,
they're
they
not
can't
meant
do
to
an
say-
unqualified no. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, well let's take a tick story.
Yep, I'm
So-
happy with that. So that bottom one you're starting, right?
Oh, we can. So, do you know about Quadriga?
I do not.
Quadriga.
I thought you were actually going to start at the top because
Quadriga
you've drawn an arrow
through.
implying you have some order preference.
Yeah, the first 3 kind of go in order. The first
yeah,
3
yeah, I
going
getcha.
1, 4, 3, of
Yeah,
course.
I getcha.
1, 5, 3 rather. The Quadriga CEO.
Yeah.
Cryptocurrency exchange. Not an exchange, sorry. It was a cryptocurrency investment website.
I did read about this. Yeah.
So unfortunately, you might have heard the story.
Yeah.
This guy had millions invested in cryptocurrency, and then while staying in Jaipur, India, place known for, got a little bit of a reputation of say not keeping good records when it comes to deaths. Unfortunately, worst place you could die in, because death certificates are really easy to come by there. They just pop up all over the time and then turn
Yeah.
out to be fake. So he was just traveling there. Happened to be an owner of a crypto investment place, had millions in cryptocurrency. He died. Poor guy.
Yeah.
Unfortunate,
Quite
right?
sad.
Quite sad, yes. So someone did an investigation. Oh, they found out no one in the company could access the crypto but him. He was the only one who could access the cryptocurrency. He was the only one who had the keys. Oh, his laptop's encrypted. Oh, how unfortunate. Oh,
Yeah.
no. This is horrible for him. Poor guy, poor company. He's died, and then his fiance can't even get anything. Luckily, Ernest
He's
and
not
Young.
dead?
No, not yet. I haven't got to that part. Ernest and Young was doing an investigation. All of this is like mainly alleged, by the way. My sarcasm, I guess, is the alleged part. Ernest and Young started doing an investigation. They cracked the encryption on the drive, on the drive, and they managed to access all the wallets.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
yes, they can get all them. Oh, what? They've all been drained 3 days before he died. Huh? That's a bit weird. And so
Yeah.
for the last few months, they've been combing through all the records. So they basically found that he was committing fraud. So he was like setting up fake accounts on his exchange, and transferring cryptocurrency around.
Yeah, pretty
then
classic.
Taking a cut off the top with the fees so that everyone who invested in the site, he was using it as a personal slush fund. So he'd just like take money out and spend it in shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much like just bad. Most people who deal with cryptocurrency are bad people. I'm willing to say.
Like I think
Not everyone.
there's
but-
a lot of exchanges. They basically do exactly that.
yeah. Anyway, so they're going through and they're basically at this point where they're like, yeah, this guy, so the Ernst & Young report didn't cover like, did he die? Did he steal the money? They said up to the point of his death, he was stealing money.
Oh, nah, he's
All good, mate.
It was
Can't believe you
long
awed me
orange.
for that. You awed me for that. Oh, nah, he didn't. So anyway, poor guy. Imagine that. He was stealing money and then you died.
yeah.
And then millions of cryptocurrency is just
quite
lost
sad.
forever into the ether. No one knows where it is. No one knows where it went, but it's gone now.
It's quite sad.
3 days before he died. I think he probably stole it. Or the other, of course, the alternative conspiracy theory is that someone whacked him, which is also reasonable, right?
and stole the Bitcoin off his person.
I mean, I don't know about off his person, but yes, for the most part, yeah, that's pretty much it.
I think he's over. I think he's. Oh, that's the cyclist.
Cyclists, let's pop the
Yeah.
cyclist red light
Get
runner up.
one. Oh,
We haven't really seen it, though. They are harder to see than buses. To
Yeah.
be fair, the thing is, oh fuck, I like occasionally tap the screen.
oh yeah, that's a touchscreen.
I hate touchscreens. I don't get why laptops have touchscreens. Who the fuck uses touchscreen?
I
on a
remember
laptop?
my last laptop. I got a touchscreen because I'm like, a touchscreen could be handy.
Yeah.
Fucking worst thing in the
Or
world.
every time you'd like point at something, you'd like go to remove the privacy cover. You're like, sorry, I touched it. Fucking. I don't know.
Yeah.
Don't like them.
Oh well.
Anyway, yeah, that's the end of that story. The Quadriga. Is that how you say it? How would you say it?
Quadriga.
Quadriga.
Yeah.
My name is Quadriga. You killed my family. Prepare to die.
Yeah. What should we do next?
Take one of your stories. Come on.
Shall I do the other big one?
Yeah, okay. Just do it.
Right. So the other. Oh, it's fine.
And-
It's already 22.
I'm going to do 3 right in a row after we finish this one.
Right. Should I do some quick ones? And we can do the big one next week, maybe.
Oh, yeah, we could do that.
Yeah.
Put a 1 week delay on it.
Yeah. So, right, my next story, I guess, is that pipe dream in Wellington. Because we've declared a climate emergency now, that pipe dream is coming true. The $6.2 billion let's get Welly moving again.
I love to get moving.
Yeah, so that's been accepted. So we're going to have a shit public transport system for the next foreseeable future.
I mean, it only took 6 months to fix this one. And that
Oh,
6
wait,
months is still going.
Is this
but-
fixed?
yeah, well, I mean, the 6 months is still
Oh,
going.
yeah, he said
but
it was going to be 6
6 months, then it'll be all good. We're still in that 6 month period for the
We're
last
almost
year,
a
but
year. We're almost a year.
We
Fuck,
should do a
do
bus apocalypse anniversary. Yeah.
Oh, man.
We should get some guests on.
Oh, my God. We should invite Metlink down for that.
Could. I was thinking we could invite the because remember you weren't here for bus apocalypse episode.
No, I wasn't. I listened.
Yeah. So we could bring in the same guest again if he was. I don't know. If it was,
Yeah.
oh, look, we got another runner. What is there a lot of people running to catch the bus today or what? It feels like it, right?
Maybe. They are going quick.
The buses or the people?
Yeah. Yeah, so the pipe dream's happening.
So I'm a little bit confused because when I first saw this Let's Get Wellington moving plan,
Yep.
it seemed like there were a lot of proposals in there. For example, we should do light rail.
Yep.
We should do this. We should do that.
Yep.
And it felt like a lot of kind of we should investigate whether we should do it. We should investigate this. Maybe this is something
Yep.
we can do. It
Yep.
didn't feel like a
This
set-aside
is
plan.
what we're going to do.
Like, yeah, they allocated money for it and we're like, let's figure out what to do later.
Yeah.
Is that still the case after
I
it's all been
believe so.
approved? Okay.
But don't worry, because it's a climate emergency, there's going to be some stuff that's going to get done sooner, like now.
Good. I mean, like
Guess what it is?
those buses.
We're going to improve bikes.
Oh, bikes. That's a good thing.
That's what it said.
They don't know how, they don't know where, they don't know why, but they're gonna do it. Bikes
Yep.
and shit, yo.
I love how just unorganized it is, and they're like, "Let's just do it," and it's just going to be so rushed and like
It's like
they're just going to fuck
it's like
it
this
up.
big thing. Let's get Wellington moving. Is everyone on board? We're all on board. We want it all to work.
Yeah.
How are we gonna do it? Wow. What about this? So maybe. What about this? Wow. It was interesting. I was reading an article about how, like, for the last 20 years or something, people have been talking about the Basin Flyover or something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like been over 20 years now that people have just been talking about that shit.
Yep.
And I'm like, I would love to see the rail network or an alternative rail network
Mm.
extended from train station, Lambton Quay, Willis Street, Manners, Courtney,
We used to have
Basin.
trams.
You
We-
mean the buses or like?
No, we used to literally have trams in
Yeah.
Wellington.
But like trams don't do it for me because like the problem is Golden Mile's congested, right?
Yeah.
I want a train. So what I like if I had unlimited money, like sure, I'd go underground from the train station all the way
Underground in
to
Wellington, though. Earthquakes, mate.
sure. I mean Tokyo.
Yeah.
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 I would go if I had unlimited money, which was they. I'd go underground from the train station probably to around the basin.
Yep.
And then I'd go above ground to the airport and put in like a stop or two along the way.
It would be like the monorail on The Simpsons.
Monorail. Monorail. Yeah, but the thing is, like, for me, like, it's like going. So we're places I want to go in town, right? Courtney Place.
You're so
mainly.
selfish.
What? No, but I'm just saying I'm probably a normal person. Courtney Place, train station,
You're
maybe
not.
Willis or London Key, right? Like, it's. I think it's reasonable for someone to want to go from Courtney Place to the Hut,
Yeah.
and they can't fucking do it at the moment.
Yeah.
They have to like either walk or bus to the station, which is like it's
Or
not
scoot.
even
Or scoot.
or scoot to the station, and then they've got to use like a paper card. Oh, I've got my travel monthly pass. No buses on the train, sir. Well, the trains are cancelled today because fuck you. Like it's just a shitty situation. So
Yeah.
even if
I
you can
love
get,
how
like,
it's still shitty, like almost a year later.
I know it's ridiculous. Yeah. And it's just like got all these knock-on shitty effects. I can't imagine how much public transport has decreased in that time, right? There's no way it's increased.
So it has been increasing for years, but
Yeah.
I would be interested in how much it's probably stayed the same. It
Yeah,
might
I
have
think
gone
there would
up.
have been a big dip when it first happened, and it's slowly recovering. is what I
Yeah.
think would have happened. So it's
It
probably,
might have gone up slightly. I don't know. It'll be
reckon-
interesting to run the numbers.
I reckon it would have gone up in the last 6 months, but the
Yeah.
period before that, probably not.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's go over to some tech news.
Yep.
15 minutes left. So these three are all vaguely related. So I'll take them all together. The first one here, Cloud Hopper. Did you hear about this? This one's
Cloud
kinda
hopper.
interesting.
Yeah.
What did you hear about it?
It's got some clouds and they hopped
Yeah, you didn't
and
hear
they
about it, did you?
skipped and they hopped
This
some
one's actually
more.
interesting. I have a question. Is Die Data primarily New Zealand or only New Zealand or
I
what?
think it's only New Zealand, but I
Okay.
could be wrong.
So the Cloud Hopper malware, sorry, not malware, the Cloud Hopper attack, I guess you'd say, was a Chinese APT-10 crew who were owning up MSPs and whatnot. So they owned HPE, which I think is the services arm of HP, Fujitsu, Die Data, and a few other places. And so it was kind of, sorry, I'm getting distracted here. I didn't realize that Die Data would be on this list because I was like, what, is that New Zealand only? I think it is. Anyway, they owned the shit out of these companies supposedly.
Yep.
Like full penetration. And then they were using it to get
Love
into
full
their clients.
penetration.
I find it interesting that Die Data was owned. Anyway, so it was kind of a big news story. And of course, each of the companies is like, we've never been hacked. I don't know what you're talking about. I've never been hacked. And there's like all these reports on it. I don't know. Interesting. I'd say go and read the reporting. I think Reuters broke this story. Do you call it Reuters or Reuters?
Oh, I just don't know. I don't think I ever say it.
You've got a chance right now.
Reuters.
That's how you say it.
Yeah, I think Reuters.
Reuters. You put is the hesitation part of the name, or do you just put it in for fun? Reuters.
Reuters, I think.
Oh, fucking Reuters hurt you in a minute. NZ bus, electric bus. The future is electric.
Oh my god.
You know that?
Yeah, climate fucking emergency.
Yeah,
and we're
Reuters,
running
PBS.
one.
I know, right? It's so ridiculous. It's like the electric bus. What about the other ones? Oh, we get rid of those. Back to diesel. You can tell because they say it at the end of episodes. Episodes? Reuters. I mean the reporters. Do they have episodes? I'll take your word for it. Anyway, so I think they broke the story. Now the next story here is the web one. So it was a little bit confusing. I was reading the report on El Regio, the register.
Yep.
El Regio. About the particular telco or possibly multiple telcos who had a bunch of APT-10 activity up inside them. This was a report done by someone I hadn't heard of before. It looked like, some IR.
Oh, there was a scooter through a red light.
Oh, that's illegal.
That's a cyclist kind of
yeah,
through
the
a red
front fell
light.
off. Yeah. No, I don't think it counts. Otherwise, they'd be allowed in cycle lanes.
Oh no, there was a cycle as well.
Oh, there was a cycle.
He came from he was using pedestrian crossing, then just cycled. But
Yeah. Okay. Well, it's counted then. Fuck
yeah.
him. Fuck him. No one say we're biased in pro.
Fuck, I nearly got killed today because of a cyclist. I was crossing the road
Mm-hmm.
and the traffic light turned green and like the
Yeah.
cars like just were not helping me get across. It was like 4 lanes. I'm like, oh my fuck.
Why were you trying to cross the road during a red light? What?
to get to the other side?
Yeah, sorry, hang on.
I was crossing the road on a red light, but before I got to the red light, so I was like kind of
You
crossing
hang
behind
on.
cars.
You were on a walking or biking?
walking.
You are walking. Did you have a green man?
No, so I could have walked all the way up to the green man
Yeah.
and then cross, but I was like, it's red. I can just walk across behind the cars. Jaywalk.
Okay, so you were jaywalking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what I thought was safe because
Okay.
all the cars were stopped.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then like halfway across the traffic line turned green.
So it
and
wasn't safe. You
Yeah.
fucked up. Okay. Okay.
That's one there.
There was definitely one. There.
But it got worse because
Okay.
the cars weren't kind of letting me go. And I'm like, oh my God, fuck, I'm going to die.
Yeah.
And then as I was about to step onto the footpath to be fucking safe, there's
Yeah.
a fucking cyclist on the footpath, right on the edge. So like I couldn't step on the footpath. I'm like, oh fuck. And this car's like expecting me to jump on the footpath and I didn't. And I'm like, oh.
Why you shouldn't have jaywalked?
Yeah, I know.
I have a little sympathy for you, buddy.
Yeah, I was kind of like, oh fuck, I nearly died, but it potentially was my fault. But
Is
like,
this gonna make you think twice about red light running? I mean, jaywalking in future.
nah, probably not.
I jaywalk very, very often.
Yeah, I do it all the time.
I don't think I've fucked up like that in a long time though.
Yeah, I have fucked up like that before.
Yeah, I definitely
but
have
like
before,
not in a long time. I was like, I think this is good, and I'm like, shit, this is not good. But like, it was 4 lanes, and I was already like 2.5 gone. Then I'm like, I can't turn back. I gotta just keep going.
Well, it depends if the other cars are. Yeah, you'd look like an idiot as well.
Yeah,
Isn't that funny? You're like, I could die if I continue, but I'll look like an idiot if I go back. Fuck it, I'll keep going.
well, no, if I go back, I'll probably die as well because like
Cars are
all-
going slower. They've left time to gain up speed. Lights have just changed.
Yeah, but no, like all 4 lanes are going the same way. I'm 2.5.
Oh, 4 lanes
Yeah,
going one
yeah.
way, yeah. You have to be cool to jaywalk. That's how it works, yeah. And if you jaywalk, you're cool.
All
That's
right.
just how it
Anyway,
works.
what were you saying?
Oh yeah, so Cloud Harbor, and yeah, Telco had APT10 activity up in it, and they were like, "No, we don't, bro." But then it was like a little bit confusing. I think I'll register, like the register, they did the write up for this, and they like broke the news story. I don't know, news stories that are kind of like someone got hacked are a bit weird. The Cloud Harbor one's meant to be quite good though, and the last one here was that Yandex, which is the Google of
Search
Russia.
engine, yeah.
Yeah, they do more than just. I think they have a social network and stuff now.
Oh wow.
But there's also like,
Yeah, I think I did see that. Yeah, I got invited to a bug bounty program for it. I'm like, oh.
yeah, because they do a bunch of Western bug bounties. And it's like, oh, okay. Anyway, so they said that they got Kaspersky to help them because they got the shit hacked out of them by a bunch of Five Eyes stuff. So UK, US, I think they were specifically talking about.
Yeah, Yandex.
Yandex, yeah, that's how you say it. Yeah, or I think
Yandex?
that's how you say it. Like that's
I
how it's
say
written.
Yandex.
Yandex.
Yeah, mate. Yandex.
Yandex. Anyway, it's not undies. Undies, no undies. They got hacked. And they said it was Five Eyes. And Five Eyes was like, but the reason I put these 3 stories together is it's like China hacked the United States. Well, rather, China hacked a bunch of countries in the Western world. China hacked the United States telcos, followed by the United States hacked Russia.
Yep.
And then every single one of these companies is every one of these nation states involved is like, we don't hack people. China's like, we've literally never hacked anyone.
Yeah.
Didn't you sign that agreement saying you'd stop hacking people? Well, yeah, but we had never hacked anyone before that. We just signed the agreement as a symbolic gesture that we would continue to not hack people. And Russia's like, we've never hacked anyone. You know, so it's like, well, we do have an offensive capability, but we never hack a private company.
Yep.
So it's like kind of funny that spies being spies, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. Cool. So I've got an interesting one.
Is it actually interesting?
Have you ever caught a school bus? I mean, a school
No,
bus?
really, I don't have the right Pokeball for it.
What?
I don't have the right Pokeball to catch a school bus. They're fucking massive. You need a massive Pokeball to catch a school bus.
What the fuck?
Because if you want to catch something, you have to damage it first and then throw the right Pokeball. and
Have
then-
you ever caught a normal bus?
No, I can barely catch any Pokemon.
Jesus, you're
Look
being
at him. Look at
difficult.
him. Fucking, how are you going to catch him? Or do you mean like not in the Pokemon sense? Like
Yeah,
actually just chase
just
after it.
in the
Chase after it and fucking give me a key and fucking throw a lasso around him. Get him.
in
Drag him back home.
real life sense where you board a bus.
If I ran out there right now, I still couldn't catch that bus. Even if I got a hold of it, it would just drag me away.
Jesus, okay.
I couldn't catch it.
Anyway, so this school bus.
Oh, the school
The
bus.
school
I remember
bus.
this news story.
Yeah, so I think
We need to get better about getting B-roll up because like some of
Yeah.
these have real good B-roll.
Oh, I was debating it, but yeah, where was this school bus? Normandy.
How do you spell school bus for
S
everyone?
apostrophe cool, because it's cool.
That's not really a spelling. Do you mean S apostrophe COOL?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I sometimes spell like that.
School bus. It's school bus.
So it's a weird contraption.
Yeah, contraption is the right word for it, isn't it?
So it's like, it reminds me of those like beer bikes that you can get, like where a group of you sit on a like beer bar and like cycle around town and get given beers.
Do you get the beer for free or do you have to pay for it?
I think you pay. I think you pay for the experience and you get some beers.
What's the experience? Oh, you have to do exercise.
Yeah,
Fuck
pretty much.
that.
Well, that's a thing.
I'll read it. You carry on with the story.
Yeah, so basically, kids jump on this contraption and they cycle, and there's also a school bus driver who drives the bus, which is like pedaling, but also changing gears and like, yeah, like.
Oh yeah, the gear thing. I was like, well, they like. I guess you do need gears, especially if you've got like kids. Small kids aren't exactly able to robustly push through
Yeah,
bad gears. Okay, we got a story here from.
yeah, it
Pepe.
did look like
I gotta
my
read this
story.
one out. It's from Wibble Pepe. When I was 10, my school was next to a girls' high school and a boys' high school. So I guess he wasn't at the high school at that time. Each school had its own separate school buses. By the way, Pepe, buses is spelt with 2 S's,
Oh,
not
don't
3.
s-
B-U-S-E-S.
3. Oh, yeah, I get you.
Yeah. Anyway, I caught the wrong bus by mistake, the girls' high bus. And there was no room. So I stood in the archway by the door, and it was okay for ages until the first stop. The door opened, and I got squished by the hydraulic doors. And it was real tight, and all the teenage girls on the bus laughed at me.
Yeah, teenage girls can be fucking rough.
Yeah, they can be.
Like, rough. Like, teenage boys are fucking calm compared to teenage girls.
Teenage boys will beat the shit out of you for fun, or like
Oh,
pull
teenage-
down your points and pull down your
Teenage
pants.
girls will also fucking beat the shit out of you.
Yeah, teenage girls I knew mostly were not about fisticuffs, but they psychologically were fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Well, like, I'm not trying to. I know there's the ooh, girls are crazy. No, I just mean like some people can be pretty psychologically
Yeah.
destroying.
There's
There
a
was still
part
no
two.
room after the first stop, and I couldn't go anywhere. And on the second stop, I got squished again.
Jesus.
Why didn't you fucking move? Just move out of the way.
Oh, man.
Just if I was a 10-year-old and there was some teenage girls near me, I'd just squish up against them.
Yeah.
Door's gonna open. Fuck it. Squish up against some girls. There was nowhere to go. Just squeeze in. You're 10. What are they gonna do? Jesus, like you just stood there and got squished
Oh,
again.
my God.
I'd feel so bad. If
They
I-
are tight. I think I've been squished by one of them as well. And you're just like, oh, shit.
If I
Because you're
was-
kind of like trapped. And you're
Yeah.
like,
You're like, well, I
Yeah.
don't need to get off anyway. I'll just wait.
Yeah.
If I saw a kid getting squished by, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
If, I know. If I saw a kid getting squished though by a door, I don't know. I think after the second time, I'd probably be like, dude, come on, move out of the way. Like the first time, I might laugh. The second time, I'd be like, oh my god, that poor kid. Like, fucking, let's get some room for him, guys. Like,
yeah, fair enough. All right. Have you heard of a guy called Boris?
Boris Johnson. Boris Johnson.
Yeah, Boris Johnson.
Oh, his real name's Boris Johnson. Isn't he the guy? The Boris Johnson. He's the Brexiter guy, right?
Yep.
He's the one with the fucking crazy hair. He looks like a fucking mental case, right? Is that him?
I think so, yeah.
Google him. Google
Um,
Boris Johnson. I think because there's a few Brexiters. They just look. Yeah, he looks
Yeah.
fucking insane.
Yeah.
Like he, it's just the weird. You know how there's some politicians who look slimy, like Junkie looks slimy. Boris Johnson looks fucking mental.
Yeah.
He looks just crazy. I don't know if that's good or that's bad, but if he was in my party, I'd be like, calm down, dude. You do too many drugs. We need to get you back on the straight and narrow.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Anyway,
I
so
do know him, yeah.
he's had some bad news about
It's a good description. British Trump. would be.
buses because he called a bus and kind
Okay.
of made
Like
a claim.
a public bus.
A coach, and he made a claim that Britain spent £350 million a week to the EU. And yeah, he got in bad news for that. But now he's making model buses from wine crates and painting happy passengers in the windows in order to skew the Google results for his name. Like if you search Boris Johnson bus.
Oh, okay. So there was a negative news story about Boris Johnson. He was like, okay, I need to come up with a legit thing. Oh, I think he might be a little bit retarded.
Yeah. My last story is
You got 2 minutes left, so
Wellington is still blaming the driver shortage and the lack of bus lanes for just everything.
there is a driver shortage. Of course, it's caused by not paying drivers enough.
Yeah.
It's like, so we started treating our drivers like shit, and they don't want to keep working for us. I don't know what. Yeah, that's a cool bus related story. Yeah, it does seem like the bus related aspect of that was a little contrived to you, but guess it was bus related. Yeah, isn't it funny? They're like, so we treat our bus drivers like shit, and we can't hire any. Have you tried increasing the wage? Nah.
I don't know. Do you want to do your last story?
And the last one here was, there's if you're using BlueStacks, the Android emulation engine thing, mainly for games, unpatch it. So it looks like there was an IPC mechanism you can trigger from a web browser. So this means if you browse to my website /fuckyoubluestacks.html, I can do a DNS rebinding attack to access the kind of like IPC interface in BlueStacks. We've seen this before. If you remember a little bit, yeah, you put Android. No. So BlueStacks is a local application. It's got nothing to do with websites at all. It's just you can trigger the IPC mechanism. It operates over an HTTP socket or TCP socket. So where was I going? Tavis Ormandy, or Travis Ormandy? No, it's Tavis, right? Yeah, Tavis Ormandy for Project Zero did a bunch of. Yeah, that's right. Tavizio. He did a bunch of work like this for Project Zero to do with like DNS rebinding and bypassing auth and that kind of thing. So patch your BlueStacks, I guess, if you got that. But it's always nice when you find a reliable bug like that. Never gonna use it on a client job, but kind of interesting. Okay, I think we're about done for today. We actually started 4 minutes late, so technically we've only been going for like 56 minutes.
Oh yeah, fair enough, because we failed at that.
But I'm also happy to end it now because I'm pretty much done. So.
Spoiler, teaser for next week.
Oh, tease me, Hugh, tease me.
So a meeting I had this week, I met with some CEOs. All the CEOs of all the bus operators in the Wellington region. All right, see you next week.
Okay, see you next week. Bye. Okay, bye.
Libus Vector. Lip. Oh yeah. Libus Vector. Oh yeah.